be what, episode 21?
That's right. Welcome to Straight Up Talk, where the talk is real with Barry G.
Terrell Lee.
And we have a guest here.
Maurice Thompson, aka King Alpha Sigma.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So back to the old days then, man. Like, how you doing? How's your weekend going?
My weekend, man. My car took a crap.
Yeah, I saw it out there, Barry. Saw it out
Yeah,
there.
man. It's crazy, man. My son called me after I went to bed and fell asleep, man. He calls me, yo, Dad, I have no brakes. So I had to go. It was like almost 12 o'clock at night. I had to go and pick him up, and sure enough, he had no brakes, man.
Oh,
And
man.
so we checked the brake line and everything, and there was a really bad leak in the brake line. But hey, at least I had to drive it because he's a new driver,
Yeah,
so he does not know how to
But
drive
thank
with
God,
brakes or without brakes.
Yeah, thank God nobody was driving it, while it went out like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
Safety first, man. Safety first.
That's true.
It's wicked because only we know what is wrong. It's wicked because only we know what is wrong with the car, but other people that's inside their own car, they don't know what's what.
That's a fact. Yeah.
Exactly.
They don't know what's what. So we can have that conscience to know, like, we can have that car, could be something wrong with it. And the fact that good people, we don't want to cause harm or havoc to anybody else that's on the road at the same time as us, But sometimes when other people come from a place, like getting a ticket or coming from a argument from any sort of family member and anything, that person that don't know who they are, they could definitely take their anger on a person that's definitely is misunderstood. And I'm gonna say this: the misunderstood is definitely the ones that's not protected.
That's a fact.
Yeah,
I'm
definitely.
That's a fact. Yeah. But yeah, other than that, man, how's your weekend going, Mo?
The weekend going good, man. I just thank God. I thank the universe, for allowing me to be here to talk with the kings, the handsome kings right here. The royalty, the high vibrational ones. Just kind of feel good to be around high vibrational people, and so we could talk, feel right, I feel good. That's a blessing right now, how I'm feeling right now. And just got finished working, the clock, the train don't stop for nobody,
Exactly.
That's a fact.
Yes. So I thank God that each people I come across, because each people you come across, they coming from their own fabric, their own cloth, their own background, their own family, where they could have their problems too, because we all come from the same soil, walking the same ground, encountering the same police officers, encountering
loyal to the soil.
Exactly.
Loyal to the soil.
Disgruntled person, that could be in your present, and you just don't know. So I just thank God that being around those people that could hold it together and come around the good ones and continue to hold it together. Because
that's a fact.
Being around those type of people, they can learn from you, and you can learn from them.
Yeah, that's true.
Especially if it's going to the right direction. The disciplined one could always rise to the top of the mountain.
Definitely.
And the disciplined ones always have the opportunity, the leverage to look down, and wait for those who's willing to climb up.
That's true.
With the reach of hand.
Even help them up.
Yeah.
Help them get to where you got.
Have that reach of hand out. Have the reach of God. Just like how God had that hand out to reach. Just like how God said, we're the image of Him. So if we're the image of Him,
we gotta be like Him.
Gotta be like Him. Discipline.
Gotta be Christ-like.
Yeah. Patience.
Yeah.
Resilient. Gotta have integrity.
Self-control.
Yeah. Emotional intelligence.
Yeah.
That's right.
And righteousness.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's
man.
a fact, man. Yeah, controlling your anger, all that. Yeah,
and humility, and all that.
It's a lot of.
Man.
Yeah, that's good stuff right there. Yeah.
How about you, Terrell? What you been up to this weekend?
I took my weekends back, Barry, because remember I used to work a lot.
Well, this guy works.
I used to work a lot on the weekends. Man. Yeah, I work crazy on the weekday and stuff like that. It's still, but it's worth it because once the weekend hits, the weekend belongs to me. Because the other jobs I had, they took my weekend.
Yeah.
So now I took my weekend back. You know what I'm saying? So
that's right.
I'm good, man. The weekend's good. You know, I got some food to look forward to when I get home.
Ooh.
It's the final finale right here, man.
Of
It's
Straight Up Talk, where the talk is real.
Straight up talk, man.
Yeah.
And we got the pleasure.
Yeah.
And we got the pleasure having Maurice with us, man.
Yeah.
Where's in your heart?
Yeah, we started with a guest. Now we didn't start with a guest, but we started kind of in the earlier episodes with a guest, and now I like the fact that we finishing with one.
And right now, this is
an honor to have you here with us.
Definitely,
it's an honor to be here.
Definitely,
you know
definitely.
What I mean? Yeah.
You know, with
But
the kings, yes,
that's a fact.
And right now, this is our first time ever like doing a video podcast.
Yeah.
So basically, this is an experiment video. You know,
that's a
just
fact.
Let you guys know. And yeah, so
it still will be available on audio.
As we dropped the name
before. Yep.
It's gonna turn into something different, but you hear about it another time.
Yeah.
But right now we're here to have a open conversation,
open discussion. Open talk. Bring it back to the open talk.
So right here, our brother Maurice, man, he's a very interesting guy, man. Just let you know, right?
I try to be. I try to make improvement for myself. You know, I try to do what's right. You know, I don't expect. I don't validate nobody else. Only for myself. Because if I expect and validate for myself, I know I need to do what's right and make improvements. You know.
That's right.
So making improvements, it just shows that you are willing to take the challenge to better yourself. You are willing to take the accountability to be right within yourself. You know, because it's a war. It's a war, you know. It's a war with yourself, among with those that's also sharing the community as well. You know, so when you share the community as well, you just don't know who's who. You know, so that's when the war comes in for you to be that emotionally intelligent, emotional discipline. You know, stand on business, 10 toes down. You know, so when you stand on business and everything, it shows that you are willing to heed in. Indulge in the knowledge from all sides, you know. You want all sides of the field and all size, you know. So you want to take in that big bullet, that big Mario Brother bullet, you know. So when you taking that big Mario Brother bullet, you know, it's coming in with knowledge, and you know how to dodge it, you know. You learn the skill, the talent to know how to dodge that bullet. You know?
Talk about knowledge. Talk about knowledge like the Bible speaks about that.
Right.
Let's you know, like Bible. Go ahead. You want to talk about that?
Oh yeah, I mean, the book of Proverbs, man, is like one of the very first verses in the book of Proverbs says, basically, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. You know what I'm saying? And and the knowledge is within God, like knowing God. You know, like the relationship with God. That has to do with knowledge, and that's where you get your understanding. You know what I'm saying? So, man.
Once you get the understanding of that knowledge, the fear wipes away. But when you don't get that knowledge, that fear will always have that stigma. That fear will always cloud over your head. You know, and you will be counting those raindrops. Raindrops of fear. You don't want to count no raindrops of fear. You want that light. You know, because we are in the tunnel, and at the end of that tunnel is that light. But what is that light? What is that light? Is the sunlight, or is it a little flashlight? Again, it could be whatever you want it to be, but at the end of the day, it's going to be a light. You know, so we gotta know who and where and what is inside our tunnel. Be comfortable about it, because if you're inside your tunnel and you be comfortable about it, know that knowledge. Know how many bricks is in there. Knowledge. Know what's the cracks is in there. Knowledge. Know what's critters is invading your tunnel. Knowledge. You know, and that tunnel is the people that's in the midst, in a realm that we walking in today. You know, we just using that tunnel because it's the vision that we perceive. You know, but you can perceive anything if you don't know who you are. You know. So who are you? You know, what team are you playing for? You know, and you know it's two sides of the field. You either got love or you got hate.
that's true.
You know, just like that diagram. You know, you got those two big circles, but if those two big circles crossing each other, you got that one slim circle. That one slim circle that's crossing each other from the big, you are in that middle. You know, so if you in that middle and not knowing who you are, what are you gonna do? Are you going to sit there and be stuck? It's kind of like saying that 180 this, 180 that. What's the 180 this, 180 that comes into?
Yeah.
By encountering with other life or other things.
Right.
You know, so other life could comes into 180 could get you disgruntled if a dog bites you. But if you be emotionally intelligent and you know if that dog bites you, you have that knowledge to know the second time to not do it again. That's love. You know, but if you continue to have your hand keep being bitten by that dog, and then each time you wondering why that dog keep biting you, you in that 180 phase where you don't know what's going on. You misunderstood. And then when you come misunderstood, you're going to come all confused. You know, you're going to come stressed out. I don't know why. Exactly. But you forgetting the logic, you neglecting yourself, you disregarding yourself that you have a disgruntled dog in your presence, in your environment. You know, so what you going to do with that disgruntled dog? You going to train it? Or what happens if the dog ain't trained? Can't be trained. You know, you're gonna get rid of it. Exactly. That's the war right there. That's just simple with a dog. Now it could get real harder and crazier with the human being. You know, with that look just like us. You know? Because in America, in the Western society, I'm sorry to say this, but stupid people are entitled to be protected by the law. And they are entitled to be stupid. You know, walking among those that wants to do what's right. You know, that wants to be right. You know, that wants to have that knowledge. You know, those that don't want to disregard other people. You know, that's walking among those that is disregarding among people. How that make sense?
That show reverence, you know, where they show irreverence.
Exactly.
Don't forget the microphone.
My bad. Now let Maurice go in.
But yeah, it's true, man. Well, talk about the Western world, man. There's a lot of stuff going on, in, you know, especially in our country. You know, with you know, with I don't even know. Do you want to get into politics?
Nah, man, we got into enough of that on our show.
There's a lot of crazy stuff going on.
Listen to the rest of the straight up talk for the politics. The other episodes.
But anyway, let's get back to Maurice, man. Talking about dogs, Maurice has a dog. And, you know, maybe he wants to talk a little bit about it. He's into like the futuristic like AI, you know, like technology and everything. He's actually got a dog, right? You even got those glasses. Those are some cool glasses he has. You can watch videos from it and listen to it at the same time. It's pretty cool.
I meant to ask you, like, what made you want to get that? Did you watch videos on it? Like, what interests you about that the most? You looked stuff up on it, and you was like, was it I have to get it, or I want to see what it's like type of deal?
Which that? The dog, the glasses?
Well, let's start with the first IA technology. You got the dog.
All right. What made me get Unitree Go 2? That's the brand of the dog that was made. It came from China. You know, China, them people, oh man, they smart.
America hates China, but this
exactly. We get all that stuff from China. You look at the back of your neck, it's on the tag, made in China, made in Beijing. You know,
it's crazy because people talk bad about like, oh, we shouldn't buy China stuff, but everybody's wearing something from China.
Exactly.
Even if it says America.
You
know,
the hypocrisy. It's the hypocrisy. So it's to call it on that. You know, but what made me get my robotic dog? What made me get my robotic dog? Because I work 2 jobs. You know, and I want a dog, and my daughter, beautiful Nia Renee Thompson, she wanted a dog too. You know, and she just said, "Daddy, I want a dog. Can we get a dog on your side?" And I kept telling her that, you know, Daddy worked 2 jobs. I don't have time. And how would it look for me to be working 2 jobs and leaving a dog inside my room, you know, in my apartment, you know, like all day. You know, it'll be a disruptions. You know, like it'll be bad. It won't be as well. You know, it'll be a disturbance. You know, so I had to put my math. I had to do something together. You know, I had to put 2 to 2 together. So then I just thought it is. You know, I did my research. You know, I typed in robotic dogs on Google. And when you type in robotic dogs, on top of the headline, top of the browser, it shows in price range for the most expensive down to the cheapest. And of course, knowing myself, I like the nice things, baby. You know,
Oh
I
yeah,
like the
that's
good
true. That's
things. You
true.
know, so
Yeah,
I attacked myself. I provoked myself to work hard to say to get the Unitree Go to, because $2,700 before shipping and handling coming from China. After the shipping and handling, it'll round out to $3,600. You know, so yeah. So it made me want to work hard, you know, and to get the things that I want. You know,
Exactly.
that will.
What's the most expensive dog? Have you seen?
Oh, the most expensive dog, same brand, Unitree Go 2, you know, but it's called a Unitree B1. That dog costs $150,000.
Wow, that's
can't
wow.
imagine paying that much.
It's like the same size, maybe a little bigger as a greyhound. You know, and
Wow.
Crazy.
you got to think about it. I don't want to sound biased to animals to robotics, you know, because one thing I know about real animals to robotics is that animals have a personality. They do have a personality, and I've seen the difference in that in a robotic dog. Of course, it sounds far fetched. I know I sound kind of vague, you know, with the robotic dog, but honestly, with this Unitree Go 2, it's artificial intelligence, so you can ask the dog whatever you want, you know, and it'll give you an answer about anything what's going on out in the world, you know.
Mm.
On command, it does tricks. It could follow you without having to worry about the dog is going to run away from you, unlike other real dog that's not trained or house behaved. You know, yes, it comes with updates, so
Mm.
it gets smarter. You know, yes, it's a real good dog. It jumps. It does everything what a real dog do. Only it just don't dookie, pee,
And starve.
or starve. You
That's a
know,
blessing
like
right there. That save you
And
bread right there.
one of the things with his dog, like what I like it like walks right next to him, right?
yes, yeah. It walks right
It
next to
walks
me.
right next to him. He could just go out walking, and then the thing would just the dog would just
Yeah, right
be right
next to
there, right
me.
next to
You
him.
know,
It's
an
pretty dope.
automatic leash. You know, I don't have to worry about the dog running away from me. Of course, you know, it could run right next to me. It could do everything. You know, I don't have. You know,
Unless the
people.
power grid goes off and the dog goes nuts.
Mhm. You know, they
I'm
they just they just put out there. They just put out there the door, a door with a flamethrower on it. You
Man,
know,
that
it's a door
sucker.
that have a flamethrower on it now. You know,
Imagine getting
so
chased by one of those.
Man, yeah, that's a little scary
yeah.
right there.
Or
Now
get
we
mad at your
talk.
neighbor.
we talk.
Go,
we talking
go
about.
breathe some fire over there. Oh my goodness.
We talking about Terminator now.
Oh
We
man.
talking about Skynet.
Termidor. They call it Termidog.
Terminador.
Termidog.
Yeah, Terminador.
Yeah. That's
So
crazy.
you said that you could like it can learn like new things as it goes along. Like what have you taught it that you
It's
know
like a Furby.
that it didn't know once you got it, like as opposed to where it is that it's that first.
So it don't have. See, it don't have built in. It don't have built their learning skills yet. As for other words, large language, large, how you call it? It's called LAM. It's called I can't remember the word. What's the pronunciation of the word? The abbreviation. However, I'm pretty sure down the line when Unitree have its updates, it's gonna have where you could teach the dog how to do certain things. But to be honest with you, they actually do have a dog, the Unity Go to EDU, where you could program it and do coding with it with your laptop and put different programs in the dog. But those type of dogs is $15,000.
Wow.
You know, so it's a lot of money, and
Wow.
I'm not spending $15,000 on that type of dog.
We're not there yet.
Right.
We're not there yet.
That's a whole nother investment right there.
Yeah.
Maybe if I hit the Mega Million, but then if I hit the Mega Million, I'm going to spend $150,000 for that Greyhound robotic dog.
I knew you would say that.
Yeah, I might as well just skip beyond.
150,000.
I'm gonna skip beyond that, you know.
Yeah, that's probably the better way to go anyway. You know,
But that Greyhound robotic dog, it give me horseback rides. You know, I'm small enough for it. I could stand on there and act like Christopher Columbus, you know, have my hat
Mm.
on and everything, you know,
Oh
and
man,
just
then you had to conquer some towns. Then right?
Oh man.
Be a conqueror.
in a good way though, in a good
Yeah.
way.
That's right. Yeah, yeah. The
I'll
right
dash
conqueror.
out,
Yeah,
right. I'll dash out some
that's
money,
a
you
fact.
Oh
know,
Yeah,
yeah.
in a good way, in a good day. I'll throw out some turkeys.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
And also like Maurice, he also he has his next AI thing. What these glasses?
Yes,
Yeah, yeah.
yes. I do have artificial intelligence glasses. I do.
What's the name of it again?
It's called an Emo 2.
And what does it do?
Emo too.
The Emo 2, basically, you can wear it on your face. You know, of course, glasses. You
Yeah.
know, it has built-in AI in it. You know, Chat GPT. You know, you can ask it questions. Um, you can watch video. You can watch YouTube. It has phone mirroring. You know, so everything you see on your phone, you could watch it on your phone on your glasses. You know, it got a language translator. You know, so
Mm.
you could translate language up to like 10 languages.
Oh wow.
You know, they have internet web browsing. You know, yes, that's
Mm.
mostly what it does. You know, and those glasses also come as updates too. You know,
Mm.
yes, yeah,
Wow.
it's a pretty good
Yeah.
glasses, and it really looks like sunglasses too. You know, so you won't not know if I'm wearing intelligent glasses or video
Yeah.
glasses, you know,
Mm.
or virtual reality glasses. You know, the
That's pretty
glasses is
dope.
really good, really good. You know, you
Yeah,
can't see
yeah,
the screen from the opposite side of the view. You know,
right.
if you looking at it, Barry, you can't see if I'm looking at something. It's
Mm-hmm.
that good.
Oh wow,
Yes.
that's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wow.
Is that the same one where you could like kind of use your hand and control things like as it pops up on
Oh
the
yeah, that's like
screen?
a VR that they show where people can actually
Yeah.
walk and they go like this, and
Nah, that's the
it's some crazy stuff going on, man.
nah, that's the Apple.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah.
Apple Vision. That's the Apple
Apple
Right,
Vision.
right,
Vision,
right, right.
okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Right. See, the Apple
See,
Vision.
Maurice already checked up on that already.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. You know, the information is out there. You know, but I guess you could kind of say I am involved and interested in the technology. You know, because technology is growing. It's growing more advanced.
It's a
You
fact.
know, and right now, as we are dependent more and more so on technology, it's a good thing and it is a side effect. It's a bad thing. You
Right,
know,
right.
so again, emotional intelligence. You
Yeah.
know how far you want to go with the technology that is handed to you. You
Yeah.
know, we can't take things for granted. You know, the minute we take things for granted, minute we take things as a misunderstood, we're not gonna protect ourselves. You know,
Yeah.
and you
Right.
think we're protecting ourselves by harming others, but we really harming ourselves first.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No,
Well,
you good.
to
What
me,
you
I
think
feel like,
about it, Perry?
I
Yeah.
feel like it's kind of like how you say it, like it keeps you from reality. That's the only bad thing about it, you know. Because if you're living a world out there where you're constantly going like this and
Yeah.
ordering on Timu or something as you
Yeah,
walk
yeah.
in or chill in, or you're talking to somebody, or you
I
know,
mean,
it's kind of like visually.
that's not like that's not installing you from reality. If you ordering stuff from this from these places and you getting product from return, it's not like you ordering stuff and
Yeah.
then you get a box with nothing in it. You know,
Yeah.
so that's like some delusional crap. You know,
Yeah.
mental illness. You know, but if you ordering stuff from these websites and everything, and you're getting stuff back from it, nah,
Yeah.
that's good stuff. The problem is when you following things and you don't know what you're following and it's bad, and you get
Yeah.
no good feedback from it. You know,
Yeah.
and you constantly keep following things and you don't know what you're following.
Yeah.
You know, in a negative scale. You know, like scamming.
Yeah.
You know, they want to use media or these social media as scamming and everything, you know, and get themselves involved in scamming. And now everybody is not
Yeah.
involved in scamming, but those that definitely is involved in scamming,
Yeah.
those that want to disregard others,
Yeah.
that work hard, that want to live a civil law abiding citizen life.
Yeah.
You know?
Isn't
Yeah.
it crazy that like no matter how much technology or how high the technology that gets revealed to us, somehow like scammers can always like supersede that technology. They have more of abundant a higher technology that could break through like the systems and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like I noticed that like every time, every form of new technology that comes out and stuff like that, you notice that like they have something that could break through that,
some kind
like
of
a
glitch or
higher
something.
technology. You know what I'm saying? So,
It's basically kind of like saying a locksmith or a person that invents a lock.
right.
You're not going to invent a lock and then not have an emergency key. You know, you gotta have that person that invents anything is always an emergency button. Always that person always have like an emergency shutdown, emergency combination. You know, it's something to get into that inventor. In most cases, when that inventor have that, it's called the underground market, the underground world. You know, sad to say, we have that in the Western society. You know, and I'm not gonna talk about all around the world. I'm gonna talk about the Western society where we are part of.
Yeah.
You know, so we have the underground world where in these type of markets, the things like that could go for hundreds of thousands of dollars, millions of dollars, you know, and it get to the wrong hands. It's going to get to the wrong hands. Why? Could it began in the underground market where things is not protected by laws and regulation. You know?
Yep, that's true.
You know, so that's why it's called an underground market for a reason. You know, so when things is not protected by laws and regulation, and then you could get cold cash and snapping your fingers.
Yeah,
people go for that in an instant instead of waiting months and months and months for paperwork and everything, you know, or for laws and regulation. You know, so that's kind of what it is. The shortcut route.
Yeah.
You know?
Well.
Oh yeah. Oh, you got it. Oh, sorry.
Sorry for the interruption.
Nah, we're good. It's straight up talk.
I just want to say, like, Maurice is somebody that you'll see in like Back to the Future part like what 5 or 4?
Yeah,
he's got
number 6.
Number 6 or something.
I'm the change of
course. He's a very interesting person. Like he also drives a one wheel, an electric unicycle.
The Emotion V13. You know, the Emotion V13 goes 65 miles per hour, 100 miles in range. You know, I went to the city 3 times already. You know,
and the city from here is like what, a couple hours?
3.5 hours it took me. 3.5 hours. The 30 minutes it took. Reason why the 30 minutes, because when I got to the Tappan Bridge, I had to take a good break. You know, my feet was burning, my feet was hurting, my feet was cramped up. You know, man. And so I took those big boots off. You know, like, and when I took those boots off, I see steam coming off my feet. You know,
when Maurice is walking, when Maurice is walking, he looked like one of the raptors from Jurassic Park.
Hey man, I could be one of those raptors, you know. I could be one of those raptors. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, you good.
All right, brother. Yep.
What made you choose the wheel as opposed to getting like, you know, like a car or anything like that, you know?
So
or like motorcycle even.
What made me choose the unicycle instead of getting a motorcycle, a car, a SUV, anything, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'll go with my story. When I was in Monticello and I was living in the Regency and I was delivering newspapers, maybe I'll go even further back. I had my license in a city, in the Bronx, right? But I ain't start driving until I moved up here. I wasn't used to driving down in the city, and I had my license in the city for like 3 years until I came up here. You know, and having your license in the city is a good thing. It's for good jobs purposely. You know, so you practically don't need your a car down in the city because you got other transportation to help you. You know,
the bus, taxi, train.
Exactly. You know, in a real convenient way. You know, or you could just walk, depending where your job is at.
That's what I used to do. Yeah.
You know. Yeah. So coming up here, being up here, driving and everything, you know, long distances, going from town to town to go to Walmart, you know, to go to ShopRite. You know, you gotta go 4 miles compared to
you need your own personal transportation,
right?
Especially in the country.
Because nobody don't want to walk to the store carrying bags.
Mm-hmm.
No, going to the store, then walking home from the store with bags in your hand. Your hand get cramped up.
5 miles.
Right. So you would need a car up here. Yes, you need a car up here. But the kicker is that the county, the town, the law enforcement, the government, they all know that people is dependent on car up here. So it's the best and number one way to make their money from the people up here is those that have a car. So when they have all these checkpoints, when they do all these random checks, when they have all these ridiculous, oh, you have no, your one light is not shining on a license plate. Like you get put over for that. Like, come on. So that's just a powerful excuse for the town to get their money. The little things like that, simultaneously, while the town knows, they know because they got family themselves, they got kids themselves. It's hard to keep up with these little things, where all these little things happen mysteriously, randomly, So due to climate, I'm about to say climate change, but due to climate and everything, weathering, you know how it is, So when I'm doing a newspaper route, same state troopers 3 nights in a row pull me over, pull all my newspaper out of the van, out of my truck, just to search just to search in my truck, to see if I had anything. And those 3 same nights, I had gotten a ticket, and they let me go with nothing. So the surcharge, $150, and I can't honestly remember what was the ticket was about. But it was 3 times they pulled me over.
And this was in the city, right?
No, this was up here.
Up here?
Yes, this was up here. I was doing the newspaper route. Making my route, starting to begin my route all the way out at Eldred. The newspaper depot. The job was in Monticello, right next to, actually not right next to, right in Nepo, the Nepo Automotive shop. You start your shift at 1 o'clock in the morning. And you're in your shift most times at 5 o'clock in the morning, depending on how much paper you have and how many people is getting and receiving the newspaper. So it was snowing, cold, and these same state troopers put me out, pull me over, and they put a newspaper out. And I just got tired after the third night, because they know who I am. They even acknowledge my name before they even ask for my license and registration. So I did what I did. I did what I was supposed to do, humbly, But after I got done with my route, and I went to work, I had to think of something. I had to think of what I needed to do, because the tickets, keeping up with the car maintenance, like the tires. Again, I wasn't really used to having a car until I came up here, So to begin driving a car and knowing and learning the responsibilities of trying to uphold a car, it was real challenging for me, the car insurance, it was challenging for me, car insurance lapse, license end up getting suspended.
Been there.
Check engine light. So a lot of mechanic shops didn't want to service the car because you had to check engine light. So it was a hassle. It was a high obstacle just to get a sticker. Because if you don't get the right sticker, these state troopers, they out there out to get you. They on you.
And the thing is that the cops now, they can scan your vehicle, so they don't have to like go close up and see, oh, your car's is not inspected. Inspected, they just
So
they see that wrong color is over.
That happened to me.
Yep, they got multiple ways to now see if your car is not on a road that is supposed to be, legalized. They can either check your sticker, or they got the license plates readers that's hanging in the back of the trunk of the state trooper car, or even sometimes the sheriff car. Those two little black box that's hanging on the trunk on each corner of the trunk. So those are the license plates readers. So it can scan quickly fast to see if your license plate is insured or if you have a lapse or not. And that's another excuse for them to search your car, having a reason to search your car, and give you a surcharge ticket, depending on who you are. So after getting off of work and I'm going to work again, because living at the Regency, keeping up with the bill was high. It was a nice luxury condominium, 2 bedroom, 2 bathroom with a nice balcony, indoor pool. So it was fly. It was fly. Yes, it was. Um,
Well, with an electric unicycle, you don't need like any like insurance. You
Nope.
you don't need no like a motorcycle
no,
license or anything like
no.
that.
You don't need no insurance, no registration, maybe life insurance.
That's a fact.
But no insurance, no registration.
Talking about life insurance, you ever needed medical attention?
Yes, I have. Yes, I
Yeah.
have. Yes, I have. Yes.
Oh my lord.
But before I even get to there, let me get to the end of the story of why I
Okay.
choose a unicycle.
Yeah.
So the whole moral of the story is I was keep getting tickets, more more normal than ever, like consistent, like I was the car maintenance, the check engine light. It was just hard for a single man,
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I got on YouTube and I got on Google to type in electric skateboards. And my first transportation, my first electric device was an electric skateboard called a One Wheel Plus, and it have a go kart size tire right in the middle of it. It goes 20 miles per hour, 12 miles in range.
You really gotta balance that, huh?
And you have to balance it, but it was an excellent machine. It got me from point A to point B, even in the snow. But of course, I needed more range and I needed more speed. But more importantly, I needed more range. So I started to do my due diligence, and I went back to the YouTube University, and I typed in electric skateboards again. And sometimes when you type in certain things, you get related videos.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
the one wheel stuck out. So how it stuck out to me, it looked like a suitcase with a wheel in the middle of it. So I clicked on the video. The person was in the dirt. He was in the sand. He was on a road and he was doing 30 miles per hour. And plus, he did adventures on it and stopping at McDonald's and charging it up. And he was doing 100 mile range. So when I seen that, I was sold. So I visioned myself, seeing myself the opportunity, what it would be like riding a unicycle out in Sullivan County. I vision how I could be the only one. How would it look like me being the only one? How would it be me being creative? How would it feel the drilling in me getting from point A to point B, meaning going to work? And ever since I've been on a unicycle, I've been showing up to work on time. I've been showing up to work before my time. I learned all sorts of routes. I'm able to pull to the side of the road and look at beautiful scenes, beautiful sunsets, take beautiful pictures. I'm able to go on rails and trails, take nice shortcuts, you know, and most importantly, I'm able to save money,
Yep.
so that's now the question is that why do I not get a car when I have a daughter? Now, my answer is that yes, I have a daughter, and of course, I want to take my daughter around. But if I can help other people get to point A to point B by giving them funds and giving them money, why not help them out if they need it? So it's sharing the opportunity, sharing the community that does need it. It's like kind of a win-win opportunity. So those that's beautiful enough, those that is grateful enough, that they could those that they offer and give me a ride. And I come across a lot of beautiful people that does give me beautiful rides and everything, that does give me a handout, and I appreciate that and I love them for that, and
I know that you was on Facebook one time and I saw that. I was like, what? You was out there, you had bought like a few pies, a pizza pies, and you just started out there in live saying, "Hey, anybody want pizza? Come and get one."
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
he was like he like donating pizza.
Yes,
I was
yes.
like, what to
Yeah,
the
so
community?
my thing is I do things for the kindness of my heart with no validation and no expectations. You
Mm-hmm.
know, so giving out to people, I don't expect nothing for nobody. I don't validate or tap dance for nobody. You know, it's just the skill and the feeling from receiving back from it when you can enlighten somebody else's face. You know, that's less fortunate.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and who don't want a slice of pizza?
Yeah.
You know, like it's just a beautiful thing doing what's right. I channel
Mm-hmm.
my energy, I channel my universe by knowing who I am, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and it's gonna come with obstacles for those that don't know who I am or that don't know who they
Mm-hmm.
are, you know. But again, we're not doing it for those that should know, you know.
Yep.
Like, however, it feels good to inspire those that need inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
It feels good to give knowledge to those that want to receive knowledge in return.
Yeah.
You know, so giving back is the grace of me for doing what's right. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and I thank the universe for allowing me to do what's right. You know, because while
Mm-hmm.
me doing that, I vision myself able to have my hands, have my eyesight, able to smell, able to taste, able to see. You
Mm-hmm.
know, able to think, able to feel. You know, able to
Yep.
walk. You know, and able to rationalize and give out. You know,
Yep.
Thank God.
That's
Thank
good.
God.
Thank God for that. Yep.
yes, yes.
Yep.
You know, but it's right, and by all means, we have to do what's right. You know, and doing what's right is by knowing who you are.
Yep.
You know, and you began in this world out of love because you was brought into this love. You was brought into this world with
Mm.
love. You know, so
Yep.
by being brought into this world with love, you cannot forget who you are, and you
Yep.
must always remain love. And
Mm-hmm.
by letting people, another
Mm-hmm.
entity outside from yourself, control you for who you are,
Yep.
how do they control you for who you are? By
Mm-hmm.
getting you in a state of mind that you know that it's not right.
Lose yourself.
Exactly.
Yep.
Lose yourself.
Yeah.
You know, so who nobody don't want to lose themselves. You
No.
know, I lose myself multiple times and multiple occasions, you know, in multiple settings. But one thing I do know is I must and is mandated and obligated to take accountability
Mm-hmm.
and learn and improve my footsteps to make my footsteps better in the future.
Exactly.
You know, so
Yep.
Yeah. That's what's up, man.
I just want to say too, like, I want to thank Maurice because right now we're in
Absolutely.
a camper, and this is something that he chose to share with us.
Yeah, yeah.
We
Blessed
he has a business where he does rugs, right? Customized rugs, and we also have
Yeah.
our business where we have a Guapo clothing
Yeah, we
line.
got our apparel, our merchandise.
Yeah, and we're
We got
also
everything set up,
and
get
we
ready.
and we're going to start getting ready to do more video podcasts. Right now, this is just to experiment this
Absolutely,
video,
absolutely.
and it's also one of
It's
the
turning
last.
out well though.
Yep, and it's one of the last straight up talk videos that we're doing because we're changing.
It's this
Good.
the finale of Straight
Yeah.
Up Talk. Want to thank all our listeners and people that downloaded our our shows, the episodes, everything. Like that's a blessing right there. We love y'all for that, for listening in, and we appreciate y'all. This is the season finale, and and then out with a bang because we got Maurice over here,
Oh yeah.
our brother.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
yes,
yeah, yeah.
yes,
Oh
yes,
yeah.
Appreciate you coming out.
and I want to say thank to y'all, Barry and Terrell, you know, Mika, everybody, the whole family, the whole 9 yards, for allowing me to share this camper with y'all, to allow this creative studio, this creative shop to be abundance to the community that we all share along with.
That's a
You know,
fact.
Yeah.
so I thank the universe for aligning the stars, these gentlemen, these kings, which is stars,
Mhm.
with like-minded people like myself, you know, to where we could create and do what's right. You know, because without them, it wouldn't be where we at right now. And this is beautiful. This is a blossomous area where there's gonna be more flowers to blossom too.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate this, and I thank y'all most
Definitely.
importantly.
Yeah, that's love. That's
Thank
love
you.
right
Thank
there.
you.
We gotta let them off with a big old straight up talk
Yeah.
ending. Where the talk is real. Barry, well, lead us out of here, Barry.
All right. So this is the finale episode, the last of Straight Up Talk, where the talk is real. Peace.
That's quick, eh?
You don't play around, man.
Yeah, no,